AI can do a lot of things, but like we already said, in order to build real trust, AI can fabricate that. AI, it's not that good on communication. That's why our platform, for example, allows the user to edit. Like there is no automation over there. It's just simplicity in a way that it gives you the direction, but it doesn't do the action for you. It just tells you like, it's good to do this, but it's up to you to decide if you're going to do it or not, and if it's going to be exactly this way, or you are going to edit it before you decide to pull the trigger.
Most dentists aren't trained to run businesses, let alone scale them. This is the TechDental Podcast for dental leaders who want more than just tips. We give you systems, strategies, and straight answers. I'm Dr. Randeep, and each week I sit down with the operators, AI founders, entrepreneurs, and business leaders who are reshaping what's possible in dentistry. If you want a smarter, scalable, future-proof practice, then this is the podcast for you. Today's guest, Bogomil Stoev, wears three hats: founder of the Strategic Kreator, co-founder and CMO of St. Apolonia Dental Clinic, and he's one of the rare leaders who's also running AI tools, Commenter AI. He combines and bridges all the worlds of dental clinic ownership, building AI tools, and strategic growth. So we're very lucky to have somebody with that repertoire of experience on the podcast. In this episode, we'll dive into what most dental practices get wrong about patient acquisition and how AI is reshaping growth, why visibility without ROI is a trap. Bogomil, welcome to the show.
Hello, and thank you very much for having me.
So I always say that tech alone won't save your practice. Strategy is the missing piece. And you're one of the few people who actually runs a dental clinic and builds AI tools. What pain point did you experience firsthand in acquiring patients that made you realize that tech alone isn't the answer?
Yeah, so first of all, my background is really much in marketing. Like before I even started learning dentistry, I was doing all types of digital marketing. So I had the chance to work with many different tools and test different ads, CRMs, and everything that comes to mind. But actually, what I realized is that there is no tool that can help you to solve the human side of the things. So you need a real system that helps you to build the trust that is needed before someone comes to your practice. And it's hard to give all of that to a tool. Yeah, like you need to be there, and you need to figure out how you can combine your strategy with the tech instead of seeing them separate in order to get the best results.
Yeah, no, I think the trust aspect is key. There's many dental practices and groups that are forming now. They have lots of tools. You've got CRMs, email platforms, analytics, but they're still, with all these tools, stuck in unpredictable growth. In your experience, where is the tech being used without really a strategy?
Yeah, so when people ask me about that, because honestly I hear this question very often, I compare it with a band-aid. you know like people use them as band-aids. Like no one steps back to design the actual growth journey. And like a serum filled with old leads that no one nurtures is like, it's not a strategy. And just using the tools is not going to help you to grow, because there should be a human who thinks based on his experience or her experience, and figures out like what's the most human like approach to achieve the goal that we are looking to achieve, right? So the thing is that most tools are like dashboards, right? Right? They look impressive, but at the end, like they can't drive the decisions. There should be someone who knows how to build the whole system, and figure out the answer of the question, like how can we turn awareness into booked treatments step by step. And this is when actually the tech becomes part of the strategy and not just allowing your tech to be the whole strategy, if it makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I'm hearing from a lot of leaders in the space, really, especially with AI coming in, it's more of a co-pilot, and you need to really utilize it to the best of its abilities by having that tool to help, but then the human strategy and vision and insight coming in to actually lead that. I mean, you've helped consultants and coaches turn insights into inbound demand. What lessons from that space can dental practice owners apply to attract and convert more patients?
Like we talked with you before we started the conversation, I have also tried to help dentists with that, but we are somehow stuck in the past, right? It's not that easy to show the new way um, to someone who has been doing the same thing for 10, 20, or even 30 years. But what actually I have seen that can be easily implemented by dentists from consultants and coaches, because at the end of the day, it's like it's a service business, right? You're working with clients in both cases. In one case, it's called clients, in the other is patients, but patients are also clients, right? So there is no difference in that sense. So like we started in the conversation, the trust is very important. That's why the all the efforts that we're putting behind our visibility should be in a way that this visibility lead to trust. So if we're talking, for example, about LinkedIn, this means like setting up your profile to show that people can trust you, posting content that shows that people can trust you, engaging in a proper way with other colleagues or potential patients in a way that shows that people can trust you. Engaging in conversations in the messages in a way that shows that you know your stuff. So you're again building trust. And as a whole, the motto that I teach all coaches and consultants that I work with is that you need to make part of you the idea of give before asking for commitment, because we are living in an age where we are looking for fast results, fast conversions, sales. But the thing is that we are moving away from that, and people are sick of that. And because of that, ads have become more and more expensive, and this will continue to be like that. And they will be even more expensive because it's much harder these days to build trust with ads. But when you start with the idea of, I want to help this person, no matter if he or she is going to become my client, because like I know that in some other way um, it will come back to me now or in 5 years or few months. It doesn't matter, but I want to help this person because there is a reason he or she to be asking me for help right now. And I'm not talking here like offering free treatments, even though it's not a bad thing for sure. But if it costs you a lot of money to offer something like that, there is always some way based on your experience as a dentist to provide value before moving to the next stage of asking for some sort of a commitment. And and the next thing that is also very important is that simplicity always wins, which means you need to have a clear, simple system that you can trust to get patients to deliver this value or whatever you have as part of your strategy for attracting clients, retaining clients, and upselling clients, for example.
I hear that loud and clear. I think it's great that kind of adding the extra value and giving before you take, and building that trust. Because I think a lot of practice owners, they have this thinking that, yeah, there's lots of marketing systems out there and they all look really good, but which of them actually deliver? And what you're saying is really, it's human centric, is that you build that trust first, and then the marketing system is there, but the main thing is going to be to add the value and build the trust. So I love that. And there's something you often say as well about, visibility without ROI is a trap. um, and how should dental professionals, whether they're clinic owners or consultants, how do they shift from content for content's sake to content that actually drives qualified interest? I mean, you don't post just for likes. You build frameworks, and you maybe touched on this about building the trust. But yeah, how would you reconfigure, if a dental practice is doing content in a certain way? How would you reconfigure that using your framework?
Yeah, so there is a very common thing among all people who use LinkedIn and want something out of it. So the thing is that when you start sharing content on LinkedIn, it starts feeling great when people engage with the content, when they like it or comment or repost. Like, you start feeling this dopamine rush, this feeling of excitement. But there is a saying which the LinkedIn nerds like me often use, which is likes don't buy food, sales buy the food. So what it means that what I'm trying to say is that actually those that are looking to get something out of LinkedIn, they should stop focus on metrics that don't matter and focus on those that can move the needle for the business. And if we're talking about LinkedIn, then this means profile views, conversations, and leads. And also, like, you need to use your content in a strategic way so it starts conversations, because conversations are the beginning of a sale. And without conversations, you can keep posting LinkedIn for many months. And I have clients, for example, a very recent client who has been posting for 9 months without any sale. Like, he has been very successful in his business, and he has started LinkedIn because he wanted to have a second lead source, but he hasn't been able to achieve this for 9 months because he has been really focused on this content for the content's sake and because of this great feeling. And when he's changed his approach from like posting content for because I want to people to engage with it and I feel great because people engage with it, to I want to post content that builds trust, authority, and starts conversations. Like, in just 2 weeks, he closed his first client who paid him 3K. So it was a huge surprise to him that it can be that easy to change a few details here and there and start making money out of LinkedIn. So that's why the question that I think every dentist who wants to use LinkedIn and wants to post there is, did this post or tactic bring me can bring me a new patient? And when the question is yes, there is a way for that, based on the question that I have asked in the post, based on the value that I have shared in a way that people will want to learn more, then you have done a great job. But if you have just posted a post where you are sharing how great you are, how great your patients, how great your team, like, there is a place for that. But if you do this all the time, like, you shouldn't be surprised that LinkedIn is not giving you what you're looking for, because actually you are trying to take out of the platform, not give to it first.
For our listeners there, we were speaking off camera, and it's amazing that a lot of dentists are not really leveraging LinkedIn to the maximum that can be done. And I think they're missing a little bit of a trick, because it really is a great platform. And I think a lot of dentists are still kind of stuck in the Facebook and Instagram and things like this. But definitely, speaking with you, I think LinkedIn is the platform to be on, especially if you're a dental professional. in this day and age. I would ask you one question there, Bogomil. If a dental leader only has, say, few hours every month, what's the minimum effective system that can still deliver leads or referrals? How would you advise them if they've got limited time and they want to have maximum impact?
First off, I would definitely suggest them to rework their profile, LinkedIn profile, and optimize it in a way that it shows very clearly like who they help, why they should be chosen, and why they're the only choice. And after that, they can start spending these few hours a month, because before that, it would be hard to out, and it will be hard for people to choose them. And the second thing after they are done with that is to start sharing posts, but they shouldn't be that focused on that. I would focus more on engaging with the right people. Like, for example, for 10 and 15 minutes, I would engage with potential patients who are in my area or who I know that I can help, who are somehow connected to my current patients. And that's the easiest approach. And aim to post meaningful, valuable comments as soon as these people post their content. And there are tools that can help you with that for sure. And actually, our tool helps with that. Um, and when you do that, and it's a valuable comment, there is a high chance the person to start a conversation with you in the comment section or send you a connection request about that. And then it's pretty easy, like to say, hey, who is your neighbor? And we have been working together for quite some time. He has been my patient for the last 3 years. And he told me that you're a great person. So that's why I decided to engage with your post. Maybe I can share something that can be of value to you, something like that. And then the next part of your time on LinkedIn should be in these conversations with these people that you have already started chatting with because of your comments, or the other people that you're going to start chatting with because you have sent them a DM because you have something valuable that you can give to them. So I would just split my time to engagement, chatting in the DMs and sending DMs and posting like once per week. And this is what, yeah, would definitely help the most, and not like trying to post content every single day by thinking that this can lead to something meaningful.
Just to clarify for our listeners, you have a tool which is Commenter AI, and
Yes.
this helps in, so what you've been describing, really, in your words, you've coined the word conversational visibility. So it's essentially being more strategic and not blanket posting every day, but being more strategic. And how does that, in a broad way, if you just explain for our listeners, how would something like Commenter AI help them to approach conversational visibility on LinkedIn, and how specifically can that help build dental practices in terms of trust and also acquiring patients?
Yeah. So what our tool allows is to build a list with potential clients and add them to our platform. So when you have free time to come to the platform and see if the people that can potentially be your clients have posted content. So you can be among the first to engage with these people. And thanks to our tool, you can quickly write a comment in a matter of seconds that you can then edit based on your experience, even though very soon you'll be able on our platform to upload all your experience. So the comment will be like almost completed, and it's based on the post. So you'll need to do a quick edit. So in a matter of like 20 to 30 seconds, you can have a truly valuable and meaningful comment which imitates your voice, which is based on your experience, posted. And this way, like you can write comments in a matter of 3 minutes because you already have the people that you want to engage with because they can be your potential clients. And also, you can track what happens because there is also a CRM inside our platform. And then when you move this conversation from the comment section to the DMs, to the direct message of LinkedIn, you can also keep track everything inside our platform, put the labels of the stage, like just started conversation with this person, or qualify this person, or send a report to this person if you're sending reports, or booked a call with this person, or schedule a call with our salesperson. Everything can be labeled so you can easily, or the marketing guy or the sales guy in your team can easily keep track of what's going on. So it saves you the most time and it gives you clues like where each of these people is on the stages of becoming your patient.
Fantastic. So really, it's the AI is the enabler of the visibility system. Really, it's the backbone. And it's I heard this somewhere. I don't know who's quoted this, so you can correct me. But it's that AI won't magically get you patients unless it's plugged into the right system. So I think this is what you're getting at, is to have that system as well as the AI giving you that visibility there. In terms of the way it's going in future, because in dentistry and also other industries as well, but there's this view that AI is at the moment so new, it's there's a lot of hype around it, it's misunderstood, and some people are a little bit, I would say, just concerned about kind of like the privacy aspect and the AI kind of taken over. How would you kind of alleviate concerns of specifically from a dental background, of practice owners who maybe want to use something like this, but they also want a little bit of control of the narrative?
Actually, I think that at least for the next 5 to 10 years, a person will be needed, like 100%, because AI can do a lot of things, but like we already said, in order to build real trust, AI can fabricate that. AI, it's not that good on communication. That's why our platform, for example, allows the user to edit. Like there is no automation over there. It's just simplicity in a way that it gives you the direction, but it doesn't do the action for you. It just tells you like it's good to do this, but it's up to you to decide if you're going to do it or not, and if it's going to be exactly this way or you are going to edit it before you decide to pull the trigger.
The AI helps you open the doors and maybe open more doors that you would have missed without the AI. But it's still up to the individual there to go into the threshold of the door and then make the decisions. That's if you get my analogy there. That I think that's a good way of looking at it. And of course, like even the best tech, it won't land if the positioning is wrong. For more insights on AI, business, and the future of dentistry, head over to techdental.com and join the growing community of dental leaders who are embracing innovation. Remember, be bold, keep learning, and scale with clarity. Thank you for listening. I'm your host, Dr. Randeep. Scaling a business isn't a dream, it's a decision. This is the TechDental Podcast. And if you found value today, follow, share, and subscribe. This is the edge every dental leader needs.